Hey guys, it's that time of day. It's time to get fit. It's time to have lots of fun. I'm Missy Kane, so glad you're tuning in. And we're gonna have a great show today, and educational and fitness too, about how to take care of your joints, how to maybe adapt things and do some, not physical therapy, but I have a physical therapist on, so you get the drift. Carrie Roller, thanks for being on.
Thanks, Missy. I'm happy to be here.
And I've known Carrie
25 years?
30 at
30.
least, yes.
Okay.
She is a great physical therapist, supposedly retired, but now, but tell everybody what you do. You're very active in the community.
Well, as far as work goes, I'm still filling in for other therapists when they go on vacation. And I teach at Rome State Community College in the OT program.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And of course, I do hiking with Missy.
Yeah, we've got some pictures, I think, of Carrie doing some things.
And my own, with other friends.
And even walking.
Yeah, I did the half marathon. Yeah. I really like to stay active. I see a lot of patients. Oh, that's my new great-grandson.
He's so cute.
He was born in January.
Oh, dog.
So he's 3 months old, and now he weighs 14 pounds.
Wow.
I know.
Big boy.
Yeah.
Big boy.
So, yeah.
And that's with Bob and Jenny are in that picture.
Right.
You're president of the Happy Hikers, but a lot of times you all go to different things like O'Connor Center. And
well, we actually host that ice cream social at O'Connor Center. So,
which is right next to our studio here.
Yeah.
Very convenient. I need to come over next time.
Yes. Yeah, you can come over and have ice cream.
But Carrie is president of the Happy Hikers, has been, and that group has gotten very large.
Yes. Yeah, I think we have about 180 members. That doesn't mean that we have that many people on the trail every week.
Right.
Last week we had 22 people when we did Bob's Bald.
Wow. Oh, I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do some trunk twists, and we're going to let Carrie kind of take over in a second.
Yeah.
But some trunk twists to kind of get that low back going. Bob's Bald is over on Cherry-Hale Parkway.
Right.
I love Cherry-Hale Parkway. So
I do too.
Sweetwater
it's so
folks
beautiful.
down that way.
And there's Tellico Grains Bakery.
Oh yeah, nice and healthy.
I have to get a scone before I go hiking. And then I hike, and then I eat my scone in the car on the way home. But it's fun. It was a fun trip. And then I think 2 weeks ago.
Hold it a little bit.
Okay. 2 weeks ago we did a little river trail.
Oh,
and
yes.
It was getting hot. So not a lot of people real keen on getting out in the heat.
I'll tell you one place is like when let's go, I'm going to use the chair if you need to. We're just going to do some rear end kicks, some hamstring kicks back here. I like to do these when I'm hiking because I find, Carrie, that we all get so tight in our quads. And the lunch break, I try to get people to do something like this.
I know. And it's a good reminder, too, to be stretching a little bit.
Right.
I just wanted to tell you a little bit about kind of my connection with, of course, I'm living this getting older thing. But I also see patients every day that are falling and breaking something. And so my thing is to help people get stronger and thus stay younger. Because if we're strong, we're going to be younger.
Right. You're less apt to have that fall.
And some of the exercises that we're going to do today, too, are really good for your balance.
And that's so important. I know with my hikers, I can have an 80-year-old hiker that's great cardiovascular, but they don't work on that balance.
Right.
That's going to affect their hiking.
Right.
You know.
So I did a little bit of research, and I found that there were some assessment tools that we could use, and anyone really could do it on their own at home to assess their fitness.
Okay.
And some of the exercises.
I'm going to take a sip of water quick.
Sure. I'll do the same.
Out. We got our water close by, so keep your water.
Gotta
I've got my
hydrate.
grandbaby. I have my grandbaby. I don't know if y'all can get a shot of him because of my chair, but my grandbaby, Hayes, is behind us. Maybe when this airs, he might be older, but you can tell I'm very proud. I made this picture, sent it to Walgreens the day he was born. So it's like, gotta have a picture.
Well, and you just had your first grandchild.
Yes,
I just had my first great-grandchild.
Well, I started late. I started a little late.
So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at how you would strengthen and increase your balance in your lower body. Okay. So we're going to sit down. And this is a really simple exercise that you can do at home. You want to kind of sit on the edge of your chair a little bit.
Not way back.
And, and have your knees at 90 degrees. Now, no one's going to tell you how many you should do of these. You have to work your way up to it.
Alrighty.
But what we want to do is we want to stand up without holding on. and sit down. So we're gonna do 8. So that's 2. Good job keeping your back straight, Missy.
Lynn Cantrell out there from Pittman Center.
4.
He's been doing these. He was one of our hikers that used to lead hikes a lot.
5. Now you might notice that my knees come together a little bit when I stand up. That's a sign of weakness in my hips.
Oh.
And as you age, you tend to get a little bit weaker in your hips. Okay, let's just take a quick break.
Okay. And without using your arms, you're really depending on those
having,
quads.
and you know what we do is, a lot of us have arms on our sofas in our chairs.
You're always pushing, yeah.
And you actually just get in a habit of using them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just,
right.
they're there, so you use them. Well, that just makes us weaker and weaker as we get older.
Right. That's
so let's do one more step.
Okay.
Okay? 1.
You could do this, like plan to do this when you're sitting there at nighttime watching a little TV or
right.
something.
You could do it during a commercial, or actually you could probably focus on any program while you're doing it. 5, 6, 7. Good, Missy, you're doing your breathing. 8. Okay.
Good job.
So that's the first one of just strengthening that lower extremity. And it's actually a balance exercise because we're not using our hands at all. And trying to keep our back straight and our knees
things closer to you, it's harder on the balance.
Right, right. So the second one that we're going to do is we're going to work just specifically on the legs. And you guys have probably done this before. But what you're doing with this one, keeping your back straight and your core engaged. We'll do the right leg first.
All right.
You're going to do knee extensions. So you want to come up. And the best way to hold your foot is to keep it flexed as much as you can.
Toe up.
Because then you're really going to. So what are we strengthening when we're doing this one?
Quadricep.
Right. And we have to do both, of course, but not at the same time.
If I'm getting my new knee, or even if I'm not.
Right, right.
I went to see Dr. Patero, a nice orthopedic guy at KOC.
Yes.
And I know he said, you're going to be in luck because you keep doing these strengthening exercises.
Exactly.
Either before surgery and also after.
Because they tell people actually before knee replacement to do strengthening exercise. Let's do the left leg now. Another thing you want to make sure you're doing, and you're doing perfect, but some of you at home may just make sure that you're not leaning back. Because then you'll be using your back too much and you could hurt it. So let's go ahead and do the left leg.
Just kind of act like we're tightening that.
Right, just tighten it up. And it's important too to make sure that your knees can straighten all the way as you age. A lot of times what happens is we get really lazy and those quads get weaker, the hamstrings get stronger, and pretty soon you can't straighten your knee.
Well, I noticed when I went to see Dr. Patero 2 weeks ago, my right one, I could flatten it out totally, but this left one, that's my bad knee.
You can't straighten it all the way. Yeah. Are you going to have a total
I think
or
I'm
a
having
partial?
a total.
Total.
You know, and partials are good for some people, but you got to know they're not for everybody.
Right.
If it's been
really
bad.
We're going to do the hamstring now. Okay, so we need to stand up for that one.
And that's, I need to work on my hamstrings more.
My hamstrings tend to be tight all the time, so I'm constantly stretching them out.
I have decent flexibility,
so
but I'm weak. I'm weak in my hamstrings.
Yeah. Do you think we can leave the chairs like this to do it?
Or we can do it this way.
Or turn them? Okay, we'll turn them to face. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do knee flexion. Okay, so we'll start with the right leg, and you're going back.
Oh, yeah.
You almost feel a little crampy when you first start because it's like activating those hamstring muscles.
And I know sometimes in therapy you might be on a table or something doing this with a weight
and try to keep your body as straight as you can because you were leaning a little bit. And that could be a sign that you maybe are a little bit weak.
Right.
So
just try isolating that hamstring.
Right. Keep it as straight as you can.
I can feel that.
Right. And then we'll do the other one. Okay, the left.
And some people can be
imbalanced. And I almost feel like I'm kicking my
your fanny.
Backside. Yeah.
I do a little bit of a shower stretch. When I'm in the shower, I try to put one leg up like this and then just hold it.
This is very similar to your stretch that you were doing, you know,
the kickbacks.
Kickbacks that you were doing before. But we're just activating that hamstring muscle. Now, you can do weights with this. It just depends on where you are.
Right.
So some folks out there might want to put an ankle weight on when they do these.
Right. Just don't walk around with ankle weights, right?
Right. And you can work your way up to it, you know. the other leg one that I really like.
Right.
And this is something that I learned from going to therapy is your hips. As you age, your hip abductors really get weak, and that can affect your balance. So we're going to go ahead. We'll switch to we'll do the left. You do the right, and I'll do the left, and then we'll switch. Does that sound good?
That's good.
So you're going to go out to the side, and you want to stay straight. It's not how far you go up.
So we want
3.
We're not trying to turn. We want everything to be straight with our hips.
5, 6, 7. They recommend 8, but you can do 10 if you want to, and they recommend 2 sets. And of course, Missy, the same thing is what you always tell everyone is every other day. Not every day for these.
Right.
Let's switch and we'll do our other legs.
And this can be balanced too, Carrie.
It's really good. I mean,
because you can kind of back.
You can kind of just put your toe finger on there. And
now, should we keep that foot in the flexion position? Is that better?
It kind of helps to just tone the calf muscles.
So what this is kind
but
of.
what you're feeling is you would be feeling it in the leg you're putting your weight on. That's where people notice it. But you don't have to go out as far. It's just a matter of strengthening that leg that you're balancing on.
And really,
and keep your body straight.
5 minutes, like if you have really weak hips, probably doing 5 minutes every other day or something would be doable.
But remember, the key is we want to keep you from falling.
Yes.
So, keeping you strong so that you don't fall and that you can be as functional and independent as long as possible.
And having chairs when you're doing this is a good idea for that.
The next one that we're going to do is we're going to do toe raises.
Okay, well, let's switch around. I'm going to get a water break first.
Okay, water break. Sounds good. Always.
And if you get in touch with me, you can message me on Facebook or call me at 541-4500. You can find me. But I have trained with Coach Kane, and I have Hiking 101. And Carrie, she could have written this too. But I know the Happy Hikers, a lot of clubs have people come in and talk about basics, what you need.
Right.
And I talk in here about balance and strength. That's
it's
important.
really, really important. We've talked before about brushing our teeth on one foot. Yeah. And just being close to something you can finger touch if you need to. So what we're going to do now is try to do it without holding on, but if you need to balance a little bit, it's okay. We're going to do toe raises, but we're going to do them slowly. Okay. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3 up. 1, 2, 3 hold.
Wow, yeah.
And 1, 2, 3 down. So
you
you're
guys
really
got to try this,
control
even if it's not as easy as it looks.
They usually say about your feet are perfect, about 12 inches apart. Okay. So up, 1, 2, 3. Whoops.
1, 2, yeah.
Carrie needs to hold on.
And down.
And down, 2, 3. Okay. Up, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Hold, and down, 2, 3.
Concentrate.
And you can actually do this on a step.
Okay.
The next level after you get really good at this is to go on a step and let your heels actually come down a little bit more.
The Achilles.
But you need to have something close by so you don't lose your balance. So we don't want you to fall and hurt yourself doing exercises, right?
You did, yeah. Okay, a few more.
Trying to do it without holding on, Missy?
Trying.
I know.
If I kind of concentrate and look out and
pick
a point.
This is a really good balance exercise, but what else are we strengthening? Your ankles.
Yes, your ankles.
Yeah.
Your soleus and calf.
And keeping your feet kind of flexible because as we hike, we need to have those flexible feet. And they're less and less flexible every year, I can tell you.
Good job out there.
Yeah, doing great. This is harder because of holding it, I think.
Yeah, up and down is not as hard.
Yeah, but holding it is really. And I've done these a couple of different ways too, like where you can do them with your toes out.
Okay. Oh, that would make it different.
And that makes it a little bit harder. So you go up with your toes out and down. We'll just do a few of these just to show the difference. But you are working a little different muscle when you do it like that.
That is
and
good.
then toes in. That's harder to balance, I think. If you have your feet apart, it's a little bit easier.
Yeah, that's good.
I know. Yeah.
But that balance is important.
The other exercises are all upper body.
Okay.
So do you want to keep the chairs or move them? What do you think?
We could just leave them.
Leave them here?
Right
Okay.
here. And we can set our weights here.
And we'll get some weights.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to get 3 pound.
All right, then I'll get...
I'm going to get...
what these
They
are.
recommend on this one, the assessment that you do for this
All
is
right.
bicep curls.
All righty.
We're going to do some other exercises too.
You decide you want to switch
But,
to anything else.
yeah.
I've got them all right here.
But
Okay.
what they do is this assessment tool is so interesting, Missy. It's divided up from 60 to 94. And we'll go ahead and start doing some bicep curls now, okay? And what you do is you do bicep curls for 30 minutes, men with an 8 pound, women with a 5 pound.
Wow.
And they count how many you do.
In 30 minutes?
Oh, 30 seconds.
30
I'm sorry.
I said, man.
Nobody wants to do them that long.
30 seconds. I got
30
you.
seconds. And thanks for catching that, Missy. That would be a little bit long. Our arms would fall off
This
at that
whole
point.
show.
But I think
that is good. So it's 30 seconds.
and
see how
then
many
you
can
look
do.
at your age group and you see where you are. And if you're below the age group, you want to work your way up to that, right? But for this one, we're just going to we would do like 2 sets of 10 of each exercise.
Okay, we'll do one last one. We could do a little bit of side by side in between.
Yeah, that's great. Some stretching.
A little bit of kind of that IT area, IT band area.
Right. And my waist feels like it needs to stretch. My back feels like it needs to stretch sometimes.
Well, that's the thing. I think with hiking, I always we have so much fun out there that we'll start talking at the end and forget to stretch. I'm always trying to do a little bit of stretching in the parking lot, you know, afterwards.
We're going to do some overhead now.
All right.
So you're going to start like this and bring your dumbbells up overhead and down. 2, 3. And just wear sleeveless when you get older. Don't worry about how your arms look. You can get them toned up, but they're not going to look like a 20 or a 30-year-old. It's just the way it is. So, but you want to be comfortable.
And it's consistency. I tell people that I don't lift for like 30 or 45 minutes. Sometimes it's just 15, but I try to do it at least. I mean, it should be better.
Do it every
3
day.
times, but I only do it twice a week. But I do it every week.
All of these research papers that I looked at say at least twice a week.
Let's do one more, and then we'll take a little bit of a break.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, in between, I thought we could do just a lunge stretch and just have the weights down.
That would be great.
I'm gonna pull those arms down. Stretching out that calf in the back. Good job. We've got about 7 more minutes.
Okay. Well, I have another exercise that I'll show you.
Okay.
And then we can maybe do some cool down.
And you want to do another set of these first?
Sure.
All
yeah,
right,
we'll do one more set of these. Yep.
I think you said 2 sets, so we'll do this. 2 sets.
I did this with 5 pounds last night, and it was too much for me.
And you did a 8-mile hike.
Well, that's true. I did hike yesterday. But I'm invigorated by hiking.
Oh, it's just getting out in nature. You know, they say, I spoke at the Humana Guidance Center about getting out in nature, even if you're not a big, long hiker.
Right.
It just helps your immune system.
Right.
It helps your total outlook.
It
and
makes
it can
you
be
feel
spiritual.
so,
I just think,
and
thank God for this.
My back doesn't hurt when I hike.
And you look around, you think, but we just are blessed with where we live.
Oh, I know. We are.
The whole state of Tennessee is just beautiful.
And it isn't just the Smokies. We have Big South Fork and
Cumberland Trail.
Gap, the Cumberland Trail. We got the Plateau. We're so fortunate. We're just surrounded by beautiful areas. And the wildflowers, Missy, this year
have been great.
Oh, they've been great. Pink lady slippers and all the gorgeous stuff.
I saw your birdfoot violets. They're really pretty. Yeah, we could talk about wildflowers all day. And in the summertime, if this airs in the summer, there's a lot of summer Indian pink and then red paintbrush. What's a paintbrush?
Right.
It's called Indian paintbrush?
Cardinal.
Cardinal flower?
Yeah, cardinal flower. There's a lot of really pretty
what's your next exercise?
So the next one is a row. Okay, so we're going to start in front of us.
All right.
And we're going to go up.
And really, we have our chairs here. If you're just tuning in, we were doing some exercise with chairs. But if you are where you have to sit in a chair, you could imitate what we're doing too.
You can do this sitting, of course.
Good job, everyone. I know I had a lady on, Beth West was her name, and she taught at the Y and also at Humana Guidance Center, and she did chair yoga. She was such a good teacher.
Oh, I know. I have gone to a class where this really good instructor did chair yoga. And we were doing like downward dog on the chair.
Yeah.
And it was still, you know, difficult.
Really, yeah.
I mean, I was feeling it.
Beneficial.
It was a challenge.
2 more.
Thinking about what we're strengthening here. Triceps, traps, trapezius in the back, the deltoids of the shoulder.
Right.
So this is really getting a lot of good muscles in the upper body.
Would be a good stretch for that? This or around?
I'll show you one of the assessment ones. It's called back scratch.
All right. Oh, okay. Right.
So you're supposed to bring your hands and where your middle fingers would reach, you would measure. So you'd measure like 1, 2, 3 inches, and then look on your age group to see how you're doing, and the opposite way. So why is it important to keep your flexibility? Well, you want to be able to reach things in the shelf.
Motion,
you don't want to have to, you know, call someone. You want to be able to put your seatbelt on in the car. It's really important to have flexibility as well as strength.
Right.
Right. So doing that is important too.
Okay. Now what was that other? What was that? We've got about 4
We're
or 5
gonna
more
do.
minutes?
We'll do the rows.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. 2. Do 10 of these, Missy.
Okay.
3, 4, 5. So I don't want to see any of you in my clinic with any broken wrists or broken bones or sprains.
If you do have an injury, a good physical therapist is worth a lot.
Yeah, we can educate you and kind of guide you into your own recovery, but we want, it's important that, one more?
Good job. Man.
Well, I feel like I got a workout.
Yes. We've got about 3 minutes,
do a little bit of stretching.
A little bit of stretching would be good.
Oh, I can show you something.
Okay.
That's a good stretch and also kind of was used as an assessment tool as well. So we'll sit in our chairs.
Okay.
And put one leg out in front of you, and you know, this nice hamstring stretch. But can you get your hand down to your toe? Can you touch your toe?
I'm very flexible with my hamstrings, but they're weak. But
mine are
my
tight.
Quads. My quads are very tight.
But being able to just touch is kind of an indication whether, you know, you're going to be able to tie your shoes. And we're talking about everyone from 60 to 94. We're not just talking about, you know, young seniors and fit seniors like you and I.
Well, if you have tight hamstrings, you're going to have a little bit more back pain.
Right.
And you young kids out there, athletes, you need to have flexible hamstrings.
And I think that you would measure also how many inches you are away from it. For you, you're plus 3 inches, so you're very flexible.
I have short legs. I do have short legs.
No, or long arms.
But I do have tight quadriceps.
And I'm tight in my hamstrings. And so I'm not now. I mean, I could probably kill myself and get down there, but I'm not.
You don't want.
I don't want any injuries.
Yeah.
So I'll just do this, but I'm still feeling like I'm getting a really good stretch in my hamstring.
You want to have a nice little tug.
And so, you know, a lot of these things, you know, you can do standing, but you can also do them seated as well.
Good. All right, we got about 2 more minutes.
All right. I'm just trying to think of some of the other stretching. Oh, a couple of the other assessment tools that they had you do is they had you do either a 6-minute walk or a 2-minute step.
Right.
So what we could do is do the step one now and see how many steps we could get in. Okay. So we could try that. We'll just kind of estimate what a minute would be, right? The step that they want you to do, though, is high.
Oh, okay.
So they want you up to see, and they would have you do it for 2 minutes, which we're not going to do. But this would be, and then they would count how many
Where did you find that?
steps.
I wonder if people could search that.
It was, actually what I did is I went online, and there was an article on aging in 2002, and it was actually a tool that someone developed.
If I find it, I will keep it in the call center.
Yes, and I can get it to you, Missy, so you'll have it.
We'll do a few more, and then I'm going to have people, because I'm being selfish, I have very tight quads. So what we're going to do in the show is see if we can just hold on to something and pull that the back of your pants or the back of your heel. Now, if you can't do it,
And
you can
stretch.
do this in a chair. You can stretch this in a chair. You can lay on the floor.
Right.
But what I'm trying to do is get that quadricep.
Right. And then you can also, you can stretch this way, but if you lean forward a little, you're getting your hip and your quad.
Oh, yeah.
So just leaning forward just a little bit.
And both sides equally built.
Ooh, I feel it.
Now, this is my bad one, so.
All right.
And I do this in the shower. What I do is I put my foot back and lean back and try to
And the
get a little bit
warm
more.
water is running on you, so it kind of helps. I'm
Well,
going to lean forward
great
a little
tips.
bit.
We could do an hour, but this is only
I
30
know.
minutes.
It's been fun.
But
I've
thanks so
enjoyed
much
it.
for coming on.
Yeah,
Good tips.
it was great.
Hold this a few more seconds.
Got a good workout today.
And we'll see you guys next time on Fit and Fun. Keep working out. You can do it.
Celebrating community is all about being with friends and enjoying activities with them. And at the Humana Guidance Center in Knoxville, we have many activities to enjoy. The Humana Guidance Center is located at 4438 Western Avenue at the 640 Plaza. We are proud to be part of this community.